Hello and welcome again to Forgotten Temples of Cambodia and Lost Temple. Yes, and yes, certainly is. And allow me to introduce you to my latest chum, and his name is Rove. Hello, Rove. Now then, we've got a few things to tell you about Rove, but the other thing is, I've noticed, snake skins. Now, I've seen a few of these recently, and not particularly large, but it's often the small ones that are out to get you. Now, with Rove, we've travelled quite a way. We're on day one of our latest 4-day trip out to go and visit these temples. And there's a couple of things we need to notice. Firstly, is this plinth here. I've not seen one like this. It's triple tier and it's nicely rounded. A long time ago, there would have been a statue there. And we're going to see another plinth in a moment, which is humongous. And it's out back. But there's a couple of things to note here. Now, what you're actually looking at is the slow death of Rove. He doesn't have much time left. And I can prove that to you. And we have an indicator already. It's right in your eye line. Look at that. See that lintel? It's big, it's strong, but it's snapped like a dry twig. How could this be? Well, there was a tree here once. That's the only possible thing. It's come down and bash. So a bit like a fighter that's tired and older than he should be to be in the ring, he's taken a right hook. But guess what? Dear old Rove is about to receive the finishing left uppercut. And I can show you that fatal blow in just a moment. So here we are at the rear of Rove, and do you remember that right hook and the uppercut? Well, this is that uppercut, and it will be fatal. This temple's been here, as always, about 1,000 years, but you are seeing it. And I don't think, well, I know it's not going to last in this state. So we're very privileged to see it as it still stands, and stands is the key word, because look at these roots. They're like the fingers of some ice queen from, I don't know, some fairy tale. And those fingers have got a firm grip around the back of dear old Rove. But unfortunately, the tree is tipping forwards. Because look here. It has been completely undermined. Now, I know this is new, and Sven, our gorgeous Swedish hunk of a cameraman, agrees with me. And we agree on most things, it's rather pleasant. Is look, if we take some of this soil, it literally turns to dust at a touch. So this hasn't gone through a rain season, it's not being battered by the wind. This is new. It's happened recently. So the Ice Queen, like a drowning man at sea, has grasped at this. She knows she's going down. She's held him. And as she goes down, she will take him with him. And that is tragic. We haven't seen a temple this close to its end of days ever. So a bit of a poignant moment standing here with Rove. But we won't end on that. That's a little down, isn't it? Because I promised you a humongous plinth. And I keep my promises. Let's go and have a look. It's literally just over there. So here we are. And I promised you a large one, didn't I? And here it is. Look at this. It's a plinth. Now we're looking at the bottom of it. And the statue would have been held firmly in this hole. Now, he's about an arm deep, as you can see, and he's longer than arm this way. It is massive. And the statue that would have gone here must have been really impressive. And it's such a shame we never bump into these statues. But it kind of leads me to believe Rove was a bit of a geezer back in the day. He must have been of some importance. He's not a grand temple, but this, it's just big. then there must have been a reason for this. They engineer things for a reason. So I think he was quite important back then. But it's such a shame to see him gripped as he is in the claws of death. And that's a bit sad. But we did come and see him, and at least other people have now been introduced to him. This has been Mr. B at Forgotten Temples of Cambodia. Thanks for dropping by. I hope you enjoyed this brief rumble around, looking for something new. If you have any comments, queries or suggestions, you know where you can stick them. That's right, down below. Until next time, have a wonderful day.